Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hey, thank you. Yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Permiso.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's see here. Hey, Janaki. So, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, Devotee. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, so let's chant a little Hare Krishna. Let's collect some transcendental gold, transcendental Bitcoin, the new gold, digital gold. This is even better than all of it. So for the new people, we might be getting some new people watching here. So we're chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Dirk, okay. Question for Srila. Okay, let's get to the questions first. What is your opinion about devotional service to the Lord? And this, especially for the disciples who are still in the material world. I thought I just answered that this morning. But we'll say that again. Yeah, I mean, you know, the bottom line is just do your responsibilities and come to sadhusanga. There's no problem. I mean, what else is there? I mean, this is the essence. Come and listen to talks about the eternal truth. I mean, we spend all day in illusions here. This is all the temporary reality. You know, spend all day listening to people talking about the temporary world. So come and spend 1 hour, 2 hours a day, or at least a few times a week, and become enlightened by truth. And become attached to this chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. And do your duties. Such a nice path. And the more you get attracted to this chanting, you're getting attracted to God. God is this name. This name. When you're attracted to this name, you're attracted to God. And when you're attracted to God in this name, you become ecstatic with symptoms of ecstasy, which is spiritual. Okay? You'll have feelings that most people never heard of, never experienced. And then you'll share that with others too and make them happy and liberate people from the material, temporary misconception of life. At the same time, you go into work and doing your job. You know, that's my advice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, and chant the holy name regularly, you know, as much as you can, even when you're walking around. I mean, you know, and you'll have the protection of the Lord. It's a very simple process. And if you have, see, this association makes it easy. You know why? Because it's specially blessed and empowered by the Lord. You could see the signs of that here. So devotees are getting special benefits, special mercy. But it's like, whoa, what about us? Well, this is for everybody. You can get the special mercy, get it where the special mercy is being given out. That's here. If it's somewhere else too, great. But most people don't know what are the signs of the special mercy being given out. That's this ecstatic worship that we do here, that Lord Caitanya did. It was given out then, and it's given out again now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Great question. Thanks, Dirk. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So in the private chat, I don't know if you can access that. Oh, let's see, what is this here? Real Street chat. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, I put that in the Real Stream chat. Not in here. Let's see if I can do this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to come on, they can. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's hard for me to give this out because it's just the way it is. Just find the link from the past. Now we're broadcasting on Real Stream. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna. I think I might go outside. It's a little bit loud in here. No, it's okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Sri Krishna Caitanya, Sri Krishna Caitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Can't beat the music, join it. Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Caitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Caitanya, Sri Krishna Caitanya, Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. I'm going to try reading. That's a little hard to concentrate with all this going on here. Hare Krishna. Okay. Let's read it again from Srimad Bhagavatam here. Or maybe Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 9, we'll continue where we left off. The most confidential knowledge. I think we need to hear the most confidential knowledge. Okay, text 4. By me, by me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Isn't that amazing? All beings are in the big me, the big Krishna. That means the demons, the demigods, these are just bodily designations. All beings, everything. These, like in Bhagavatam, talks about Gandharvas and angels and saints and sinners. Everything is inside the Lord. Okay, are there technical problems? It should be good. I mean, I have good internet here. Let me know how it's coming through elsewhere. Okay, so it's yours, Ivo. Yeah. So we're all in Krishna. Isn't that amazing? We're all in God. Everybody. Hey? The demons don't believe it. They usually don't accept. They're atheists. Therefore, they just act like, they just act in the shadow. But still, we're very fortunate. We have this knowledge. If we come and we listen and we hear from self-realized souls about this knowledge that comes in a disciplic mind, it's great happiness just to know that we're in God. This is our safety that we're looking for, to keep us safe. People, they don't feel safe in the world. You know why? Because they don't know that they're in the Lord. See, because the Lord is not in them yet. Well, he sort of is, but kind of dormant in most. Yeah. So people are in fear because they're basically feeling that they're not safe. The Lord keeps us safe because we're in Him. And when we come in this disciplic line and get this knowledge, He begins to manifest in us. See? Yeah, Jesus said, I'm the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. The gardener keeps everything pruned and cleaned up. See? Who was Jesus? Who is any real guru and spiritual spiritual leader that's really like Jesus or like Prabhupada? Who are they? Yeah? Basically, they're the living scripture. They just give you and deliver the living scripture. It's alive to them because they have that life in them. That Lord that says, everybody's in me, but I'm not in them. Except, oh well, I forgot to say, there's an exception. We could put that in Krishna's mouth. Except I'm in my saints. See? I'm in my realized souls. I'm in my real devotees. Now, isn't that logical? That He's actually in them? Why wouldn't God be in them? That's why they come here. Yeah? God is in them, and they bring that God out into the world. See? God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. See? You want to be one of those only begotten ones? Because that's what's going on. That's what's going on here. God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. See? Because it's the Lord's word that begets sons, His kind of sons, the transcendental sons that represent Him. See, the Son. See, the sons represent the Son. So we need to find those devotees where they're in God and God is in them. See? And what does that mean? How do we know the difference between those that Lord isn't in? Again, we have these books, and you listen to a person who God is actually alive and kicking inside them, and kicking ass in the world, kicking Maya's ass all over the place. She's just a liar, man, and the truth just kicks ass, man. Kicks her ass. Boy, does she lie, man. But is the Lord and the Lord's devotees truthful? Because they just tell you what's in the book. See? Unfortunately, Maya gets all the way up in religion, in Vaishnava religion, and keeps it on the level of religion. See? And the devotees have to come and kick ass, and kick Maya out of religion. So we got the pure religion. Well, you know what that pure religion is? It's very simple. Is to get that Lord that's not in this world, get Him in your world. In your world, which is this world, get Him in your world, in my world, and be happy forever. That's what it's all about. That is the essence. Isn't that amazing, Tuka? That's the secret. You stay there, just remember that. Yeah. Remember that. I do all the time. I stay close to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Man. Yeah. And I become fearless, bold. Man, bold, man. I attack everybody. If there's any Maya I see anywhere, I attack it. I don't care who it's in. Fearless. I don't fear illusion. I attack it. Like a crab with the big pinchers, man. If I see any Maya around, I've got these pinchers. I go in and pinch it. Oh, over there in that Gaudiya Samiti. Let me pinch a little of that Maya there. Let's get that thing out of there. See, it's a great verse. See, so we need to find the devotees where that the Lord is awakened in them. See, they're whole. Truly that His holiness and her holiness. That's what we find. See? And if they're not hiding, then you'll see these ecstatic manifestations that we read about in the ancient texts of Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita. We'll see them nowadays. They're not just hiding in the acharyas, like Prabhupada hiding in Bhaktisiddhanta, hiding. We need to see it out in expression. See, not in repression. You know. Otherwise, you know what that's like? I'll tell you, even in the liberated Dham, there's repression. There's the same Krishna who's in Vrindavan having a great time with the gopis and all the cowherd men and boys and mother and father, very intimate, hugging, kissing, all these intimate things. And in Vaikuntha, he's repressing all of that. Because his devotees, they don't know about that other nature, his better nature, the one he likes more himself, you know. He gets a little bored being with these Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya types. You know, run to Vrindavan, where he has these intimate relations with these devotees. Who sometimes in transcendental illusion think they're as powerful as his Maya, which he makes them, gives them the power. You know, there's a verse in the Nectar Devotion, and Prabhupada quoted it in his book, Nectar Devotion. Said the cowherd boys are almost as powerful as Krishna himself. See, so that's why the Lord often he'll send a cowherd boy. What do you think Prabhupada was? Well, he was more of a gopi. They're even more powerful. He'll send a resident of Vrindavan here to deliver the world, man. That's the best time. Because then you get that nature. You get that gift, you know. It's a very attractive gift, you know. They have this nature of intimacy with the Lord on a level that's very rarely attained, very rarely understood. So anyway, see, by me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. So the Lord considers everything in this world his form, but his unmanifested form. Now that's not a very happy place. No wonder people feel insecure. And people are looking for safety and security, and all they're left with in this world is the unmanifested form of God that they're looking for, whether they know it or not. If you're attracted to a man or a woman or a child or money and everything, you're after the unmanifested form of the Lord. Okay? He's not really, he's manifest, but he's not. That's the illusion, the mystic illusion of Krishna. He's manifested, but he's not. And therefore we go from one form to another form to another form. Or we go to one form, get attached to it, and then we want more of that form. And we think, okay, well, if I get more of it, then I'll be satisfied. And you know it more. That's these billionaires, trillionaires. They get money. That's the unmanifested form of the Lord. They want more. And that's not enough. They want more. And then that's not enough. Well, what else? Oh, power. I want power. And then more power. Oh, that's not enough. Then I want what? Control. I want some control, and I want more control. This is the demons. That's why everything gets corrupted more and more. You know? Because people want more and more of the unmanifested form of the Lord, thinking they're going to get fulfillment, but they never do. You know, Hiranyakashipu in our Bhagavatam, in the Bhagavatam, he took over the whole universe. He controlled the whole universe. He had all the riches in all the universe. He had all the men and women, whatever he wanted. So many wives in the whole universe. And he'd pick and choose of anything. He had all the resources of all the universe. And the guy still was not happy, not satisfied. One devotee could be a poor one. Poor or rich doesn't matter. But one who is devotee, who that Lord in his unmanifested form his real form is manifested in them. The real form is bhakti, is this personal potency of the Lord taught about in the Vedas. See, they have that form in there. Oh, whether they're rich or poor, they're satisfied. Oh Lord, wow, you're with me. Keep me rich, keep me poor, I don't care. But don't you ever leave. And the Lord is thinking, well, don't you ever leave me. Don't you ever leave Sadhu Sangha. Hey man, the Lord is saying, I'm spending my time to come see you guys every day. And the Lord, I'm saying, hey Lord, I'm spending my time coming to see you every day. So we meet. This is what the world needs to know. Do you think any of these gurus will teach any of this? They just can't teach it. They don't know what it is. They don't know these verses. Why? Because the only way you can know is if you get the manifested form of the Lord. If the Lord says, my real form is who I really am. See? I manifested that form. See? That form is devotion. That's his true form. That's Radha. That's his power. What kind of power? Oh, you want control, Mr. Gates? Oh, Mr. Trump, Mr. Biden, you want to control. Oh, George Soros, you want control? Oh, get the personal form of the Lord, and then you can control who? God himself. With devotion, that's the only force that'll control the Lord to bring him to you, into you, and then you'll find what real satisfaction is. Otherwise, nobody knows. And then you'll have a great, you won't be inert, you won't be like not doing anything. You'll be doing devotional service. You'll be engaging in devotional service. Just calling the Lord to come. And the Lord speaking through you and enlightening to the world about his confidential truths. I mean, you know, these guys in the world who only know the unmanifested form of God that he's not really in an awakened state, it's just dormant. He's just like, he's all repressed way down in the root chakra. Nobody knows, what's going on there. Nothing's manifest. So text 5. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. So I'm going to say that again. By me in my unmanifested form, I like these equivocal words, these paradoxical things, right? Listen to this. Let's unravel this one. So you got to help, Lord. By me in my unmanifested form, this universe, entire universe. Can you imagine? In the entire universe is the Lord's unmanifested form. You can go to one end of the universe in all its planets, the other, and you won't find God because it's his unmanifested form. Can you imagine? What a trick. What an illusion. So the Lord is here, but he's not here. He's pervading, but he's not nowhere to be seen. So all beings are in me, but I am not in them. Text 5. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Oh, now he's saying something interesting. And everything, because it's his unmanifested form, right? He's not in practically anyone, but he's in some, and we're going to get to that. Okay? But in me, in my unmanifested form, no. And yet everything that is created, does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Everything that is created doesn't rest in me. What is he saying? Well, the Lord is thinking, I don't consider my shadow me. My shadow is this unmanifested form called the material universe. And everything created does not rest in me. See, everything created. See, so, in other words, people in the world, generally, you know what they identify themselves as? The created. Or the creator in illusion. See, I'm this body. See, the created doesn't rest in me. Because it's resting in the unmanifested form. See, so the soul is meditating. See, the soul is spirit. The real God is also spirit. Krishna is spirit. The soul is also spirit. But it's resting in the unmanifested form of God and is always unsatisfied. It's never enough. Never enough in the world. Never enough food, never enough money, never enough control, never enough. If you get money, you end up getting corrupted. It's never enough. So the soul is just misdirected. It's directed outside. And all these teachers and teachings are still, directing you outside. Or even people teaching you about meditation. Look within, look within. but they don't tell you what is within. It doesn't really direct you really clearly. See? So yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Okay? So who is there anything or anybody that does rest in the Lord? Yeah, those who the Lord is resting in. Because they're awakened. See? They're awakened to their spirit. See? Their spiritual body is awakened. Therefore, they can rest in the true form of the Lord. They can find rest there. In fact, that's the only real place to rest. See? And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. So the self-realization, you realize I'm not a creation, right? I've always existed like the Lord existed. Never has there been a time when I, nor you, nor all these kings have not existed. See? That's an awakening. See? So, and yet everything created doesn't rest in me. See, that's called self-realization. See? See? Now the soul that's awakened and it's in disciplic line is taught, well, okay, now we rest in Krishna. We rest in his transcendental form. What is his name? Where can I find rest in his form? Oh, his form is his name. Here you go. Here you go. Chant the name of the Lord in our association. We know the Lord's name and his form. His true form is the same. We chant the sound vibration, the transcendental sound. We chant transcendental truth. We point people in the right direction, the real direction, to the real form of the Lord. You need to find those persons who the Lord is resting in, and they're resting in because they know they're not created. I'm not a creation of the Lord. My body is. This is a tent. This is a house. This is a house to house the Lord and the truth of the Lord and the ecstasy of the Lord and to express it into this world and save a few bozos out there. What do you think? You think that's a good idea? You think that's a fun idea? I think it's fun. Let's save a few bozos, starting with bozo number 1, Floridas. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Okay? So you need to find a self-realized soul that identifies themselves as spirit, like Jesus. You got to find somebody like Jesus. If you don't find somebody like Jesus, you haven't found the real guru. And they will be coming saying, I was Jesus in the last incarnation, and usurping Jesus's reputation. Well, believe me, I'd like you. I'm Jesus. See? Where it's the same thing, like Prabhupada leads all these buildings and everything, and they say, well, you see, I'm like Prabhupada because I have everything Prabhupada. I have everything that he gave except the bhakti, because he didn't reveal a lot of that. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I'm everywhere, so how is that so? Well, the Lord is maintaining everybody, right? Yeah, we got plants, we got food, we got air. See? So although I am maintaining everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation. See? The Lord is thinking, yeah, I maintain everybody without even looking blindfolded back because I don't really look at this. I don't like to look at my shadow. It's not very interesting to me. But these living entities, they're part of, they, they're bewildered and mesmerized by this Maya. So I got to maintain them. So give them air, give them food, give them water, give them sex. Yeah. Yeah. So although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I'm not part of this cosmic manifestation. But you know what? The Lord's devotees, they get Krishna involved in this cosmic manifestation. You notice that? Prahlad Maharaj got that Lord involved in this world. That's why we need devotees, to get the Lord involved. You know? This is what devotees do. See, they get the Lord involved in the world. See? Because when the Lord is involved in the world, he begins to attract people out of the Maya. His truth, see, is more powerful than the lies. In the Maya is all shadow, all twisted, unclear things. The Lord's and bring the devotees bring the Lord's truth into the world and starts attracting people out of it. See? The Lord is the truth. See? And when you're attracted to find your rest in the truth, then the truth begins to rest in you. When you rest in the words of the devotees of the Lord, you're resting in the Lord's truth, because that truth, those words rest in the real devotee. They're a little bit different than the living entities. Yeah, they have to eat and sleep and drink water and eat food like other living entities. But you know what? That's not enough maintenance for a devotee. Man doesn't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Okay? The devotees are the Lord's mouthpieces. And even the devotee themselves, as they speak, they live on that word too. Much less anybody else who hears that word. They live on their chanting. Their ecstatic chanting gives them life. And anybody else around gets to learn how to get real life. To find real purification. To find the true path, which is the devotees themselves. You need to find those who are not part of this created universe anymore. They're just passing through and taking a few people on their back out of here, or maybe quite a few. The Lord's devotees teach us how to awaken our spirit. They awaken the spirit. See, and then the spirit needs to be fed on the word. See, sadhu sangha, hearing, chanting, remembering. See, otherwise, if you don't cultivate this, you fall back into the material creation and identifying, oh, I'm my child, oh, my father and mother, oh, I got to give up sadhu sangha, I can't come here, I'm too busy. I need to meditate on the creation. Oh, this is very important. Oh, sadhu sangha is not so important. It's the opposite, but the Maya tricks us. So I am everywhere. I am not part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. Look at the word for word. Ah, I like it. It makes it more clear. My, mama, my, atma. See, self, myself. Bhuta bhava is the source of all manifestation. Now this is deep. This is very interesting. My, atma self, see, is the source of all manifestation. See? So how is it so? So you see, we have all manifestations. We have women, we have man, we have trees, we have all kinds of creations, we have the modes of nature. See, so we have everything, light, air, all of this stuff. See? And it's the Lord Self that's the source of all creation. See? But it's His shadow. It's not. It's the source of everything here. It all comes from that. But in its spiritual counterpart, it's the pure thing. It's the real thing. It's not the twisted thing. It's not the shadowy thing. You know, it's the real hand. It's like if you have a hand and there's the sun against it, it casts a shadow. People look at the shadow. They don't look at the hand. They're looking at the shadow. That's Maya. That's the Lord's Maya. So anyway, the devotees come to help us look at the real hand of God, and that is shadow hand. Okay? You look at the real source of creation, the self, the real self. That's why it's like, see, the source of creation of all these words, right? Man, women, all of these words, they represent, because the Lord is the source of all creation, right? See? So people are looking at these words. They're of the shadow of the truth. You look at this word, hear this word. What's going to happen? Oh, you're going to start to awaken your soul. You're going to start realizing that the name of Krishna, the name of God, is the truth. See? It's the source of this shadow here. You become enlightened. See? So, yeah, so that's why devotees are very happy when they start chanting and they start to feel the Lord's transcendental name, presence. You found the source. The source of the shadow. And I'm going to stop here for now. A little bit winded here. My body is still not feeling so good. So I'm going to go rest a while. Thank you very much. See you.